What are the best free online certificates you can complete that will actually look good on a resume?
Let me tell you something, as someone who has hired a lot of staff over many years. Get something to put on your resume. 90% of what we're looking for is that someone is willing to put in effort. If you can show that you've taken free courses and put in your own time to improve yourself and your career, you are far ahead of 90% of the resumes we receive. The other 10% is the skills you bring to the table. UNDSS.org. Basic and advanced security in the field. Mandatory for all UN employees, often a requirement for other non-military institutions involved in humanitarian missions. Even if you don't do stuff like that, it gives you a nice base layer in terms of traveling abroad.
Getting certified on certain software like Excel or SolidWorks can spruce up your resume a little.
FEMA offers hundreds of free courses and certificates online that cover several topics and interests, all related to emergency management.
Not free, but if you're in education, Google Certified Educator. Level 1 is only $10, and Level 2 is $25. I did them both in several 6-hour days over the course of 1 week. Covered Google Classroom, Sites, Gmail, Hangouts, Calendar, etc.
Does anyone know about a music theory certificate or course? Or songwriting in general?
A lot of states are requiring classes or tests now, but you can look into becoming a certified pharmacy technician. Cost me $20 and all I did was fill out a packet with my address and some info. Stupid easy. And you can get a job in a pharmacy making above minimum wage.
Personally, I'm a fan of the online ASL course. No matter what your job is, or the odds of running into someone who is hard of hearing, it's effectively learning a new language and being able to communicate with a good chunk of the population. It is especially good for any service industry, public sector, or communications job. One thing to keep in mind is that just knowing ASL doesn't mean that you know the culture. Deaf HH community is very deep and diverse. If you are interested in learning more than the basics to assist, I highly recommend learning about the culture a bit. Smiley face.
Universal Life Church ordained minister. If you're looking at working in tech, LPIC 0 is invaluable. If you've done piss on a Linux GNU kernel Unix machine, happy now name Nazis. You know the content, simple commands like grep, cat, cd, less, etc. Well, it's not an actual certificate, but learning programming languages is easy to do now online. For me as a chemist, I'm using Python now, and many others are still using Excel, which is too slow compared to Python.
I'm about so fucking certified.
Coursera certs aren't free, but they're cheap. You can get certs in a wide variety of subject areas through Coursera.
Google AdWords and inbound certification, good for online marketing and totally free. Questions are lengthy, but employers are often impressed it's on there.
When Reddit becomes useful all of a sudden.
Being a notary public is pretty inexpensive, and you can study and take the course online. It's about as hard as an average driver's test. You just have to go to a courthouse to pay and do an oath and sign the book. And then you also pay for your stamp. But all total, at least in my instance, you're hardly out $50. Almost every business needs a notary, so it's really handy to have, and you can practice anywhere in the state where you are certified.
If you are a programmer who uses databases, MongoDB is providing free MongoDB certification at university.mongodb.com/courses. This is a great way to get certified on one of the leading NoSQL databases out there.
If you're a pilot or even work in aviation, AOPA offers free ASI online safety courses with everything from flight planning to airport security. I think some employers even require certain ones before you can get a ramp badge.
ACPR certification can be earned online. I don't think that an online course is adequate to teach you to respond to a real emergency, but a hiring manager in his 60s who had too many cheeseburgers in his or her life might like the idea of having someone like you around winking face. A lot of people are telling me you need to do the actual test in person, and you should. An online certification will never compare to practical experience. Your mileage may vary.
I have a certificate saying I can pour alcohol responsibly.
Hey Op, thank you so much for this question. I'm looking for a new job and now, because of you, my resume will look all fancy and certified. If I had gold, I'd give it to you.
ed2go.com. These are actually classes you can get college credits or certifications for through a ton of real colleges. Not just for profit ones. My community college has classes through here, just go to the website and check it out. You could take 1 to 3 classes on a specific coding language and then put that on your resume. Check the website out and look at the classes you might be interested in taking that you might see value in for your career or jobs you want to apply to.
I would really call a certificate, but IBM's Master the Mainframe is a yearly competition. I did it, completed, and got this online badge that you can put on your resume. You can take a shitload of free online courses through various universities or other programs. I'm doing one in biochemistry through Carnegie Mellon right now because I never took it in college, but it's useful to know for my field.
Not an online certification, but if you travel, look into workaway.com. You can volunteer wherever you want to travel in a variety of areas such as reception, construction, teaching, farming, etc. I've volunteered at places in Ecuador, Peru, and will definitely be putting those experiences on my resume. An account on the website costs $20 per year.
This isn't free, not too expensive, and it's in person, but wow, it's easy. CPR certification. That shit can make or break you entering a career. You can get it done in 1 day too in some areas.
If you have a public library card, lots of cities partner with lynda.com, which you can access for free through your public library's portal. Normally the subscription is about $800 per year. I don't think there are certifications, but there's tons of courses and learning paths.
OP is going to be a god in a few months.
Heads up concussion certificate from the CDC website. Meant for coaches and referees, giving advice on the signs and symptoms of concussions, a very transferable skills, and how to manage them. It's also completely free, and you can print yourself out the certificate. Very good for anyone related to healthcare, sports, IMO.
Want to work for a brewery? It's not free but cheap, $45 I believe. There is a test called the Cicerone Beer Server Certification. There are 3 levels to the test, but any brewery in the USA would be stupid not to hire you if you have passed the first level test. A great study guide for the test is Tasting Beer by Randy Mosier. Read it and you will know everything needed. I've met him and he signed my book, nice man.
Not something most people can do, but if you're in the US military and you aren't doing the United States Military Apprenticeship Program (USMAP), you are missing out on an opportunity. It is free, you are already doing 99.9% of the work for it, and it's a Department of Labor certificate. The only real effort you have to put in that you don't already do is logging your hours and getting supervisor signatures.
Not free but very cheap, $30 plus / closing parenthesis stackskills.com offers classes that range anywhere from learning how to become a network penetration tester, how to hack Android phones, how to code, and how to make apps. It's extremely useful and they have a solid refund policy if it doesn't work out for you. Edit, the average price I noticed on there was $30. There are many classes that are cheaper and also some that are more expensive. They also sometimes come in bundles, which really gives you more bang for your buck.
Salesforce Trailheads. It will teach you how to use and operate any part of Salesforce and is completely free. Lots of companies don't understand how to operate their own Salesforce, so this could get you a high-paying job free. Edit, people keep asking what Salesforce is. Salesforce is a way for a company to track everything that is done at a company. For example, Amazon, when you create an account, you create a profile that they put into Salesforce that keep track of who you are. This information then can be used to sell to you, creating a custom experience. Another use could be a bank that has many customers and want to know which customers are the most loyal, have the most referrals, and other such factors. Edit number 2, changed it to correct name Salesforce Trailhead. Thank you, employee of Salesforce, I read your comment.
I recently found that SolidWorks gives you a couple of complimentary certification exams if you have a subscription. I use SW at work and we have a subscription, so we keep the software up to date. Being the only person who uses it here, I don't have to fight anyone for the free exam.
I have a QPR suicide prevention training certificate that people are always impressed by. Short training, very important stuff.
Not free depending on the state you live in, but look into becoming a notary public. You are able to notarize legal documents. I've had a couple of friends ask if I can stop by their offices to notarize documents for people. Super useful to have around. In NYS, it's $15 to take the test, and if you pass 70% minimum of multiple choice, it's $60 to get the license. But I've definitely gotten my value for it, and it's good for the entire state.
GIS, Geographic Informational System. You can download a free trial of ArcGIS and take free classes. Good for various environmental jobs.
Boating license. It's an 8-hour class and easy test. Works in every state in the USA and all of Canada. Free for people under 18. $10 for over 18. No renewal required. I honestly forgot all the rules, but it's a great thing to have. FreeCodeCamp.com offers an online certificate in front-end programming, HTML5, CSS, JavaScript and jQuery with 0 experience required. Definitely worth it to check it out.
National Incident Management System (NIMS), Incident Command System (ICS). They are online courses available through FEMA that teach you how to operate during an incident. Very useful for police, fire, and EMS jobs because you use the skills on every call.
Some places have free first aid certification courses.
You can get Six Sigma White Belt for free. Looks great for supply chain majors.
YouTube offers a certification in audience growth and development. It's a requirement for some job listings and people are always impressed when you say you're certified. Edit, turns out there are limitations on who is eligible for certification. I was working at an MCN at the time, managing one of the largest channels on the site when I got certified. When applying for other jobs, every one of them said, YouTube certified is a plus, or must be YouTube certified. Edit 2, the certification process is a long one and is mostly slideshows, a series of videos and fake scenarios, with a multiple choice quiz after each section. It covers best practices for upload schedules, thumbnails, banners, description layout, tags, really everything there is about YouTube. At the end you get emailed a .pdf from Google saying you are officially certified.
Consider subscribing.